Blizzard has very large ambitions for the Overwatch universe. What the hell could that mean? Does that mean we are going to get a brand new Overwatch game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's discuss this. All right, so where is all of this coming from? Well, this is coming from the Activision Blizzard earnings call, which is obviously hosted by Activision Blizzard. You've got all the bigwigs there, bigwigs, even English. Hello, Sty. People like J. Allen Brack. Now, if you guys don't know who this is the new head of Blizzard. Remember Mike Morhaime? He left last year. He stepped down. It was unfortunate. It was not great. Anyway, along comes J. Allen Brack. We have the disastrous BlizzCon, although it will always be the best BlizzCon ever to me because of what the UK Overwatch World Cup team did. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, it was bad, right? The Diablo Immortal, you've all got phones. We all know about that. It obviously wasn't great. Anyway, we've got these comments here from J. Allen Brack, and they're actually really interesting. So what we're going to do is go over this and then speculate as to what this could mean. Could this mean a new game? Could this mean a new expansion? What does it mean when they say, well, large ambitions for the Overwatch universe? Well, this is what he said. Last quarter, I talked about how we have had very large ambitions for the Overwatch universe and how it can develop over time. Overwatch is a huge tentpole franchise for Blizzard, and we're continuing to dedicate the resources and the attention so that we can continue to grow the community and the franchise over time. To add new heroes, new maps, new experiences over the upcoming 2019 and 2020 financial period, the team is currently working on the existing game as well as focusing on other work that they have. Now, the thing is here, what the hell is he talking about? Like other work that they have. But before we get on to that, all of the other stuff here he goes on about, oh yeah, the team are working to, very hard on Overwatch stuff and all this. Actually, the last year, and you could even see the last 2 years in terms of new content, has been pretty dry for Overwatch. And I have always been of the mind, maybe they're working on something super crazy behind the scenes that we haven't really seen yet. And surely this isn't the output of Blizzard. Surely they're working on other stuff and they got something massive which is going to drop. And then, well, we were like, okay, the next Uprising event, which is of course Storm Rising, we're like, okay, maybe this is going to be a huge event, with a massive updates. It's going to be mental new systems dropping with this, loads of stuff. And actually it was kind of pretty bad. I mean, it was new, don't get me wrong, and I don't want to moan about getting new content, but it was kind of not amazing. Then of course we did get the workshop. So the workshop gave us a load of ways to make content for the game, and arguably Overwatch is now starting to go into another golden age, let's say, where we've got all of this cool stuff that can get made. And I know that I am hand over heart having an incredible amount of fun with Overwatch now because yeah, I can play competitive, but before I'd play comp until I literally got triggered and then I just wouldn't touch the game. Now I can be okay, I'm getting triggered, so what I can do is just go and play the workshop. Now comp's not fixed and there's loads of problems with the game, but now there's other ways to play the game, other more interesting, fun ways, at least to me, and I think a lot of the community are really happy with that. But is that really what they've been working on? Now we know they've been working on Overwatch League, we know they've been working on, things behind the scenes that necessarily we don't really see or don't really make much of an impact to us as players of the game, like enhancements to the server infrastructure and God knows what. But in terms of actual raw content, you guys cannot honestly say to me that Overwatch has been getting a load of content. It just gets the same events every year, couple of new maps, couple of new heroes, and it's well, is that really enough to keep people interested? That's the big question. So this is where we come to the conclusion of, well, surely this means they're working on a new game. If they are putting lots of work into Overwatch and the head of the company is saying we want to develop this universe and it's a tent-pole game for us, what that means is, think of a tent, right? A big old-fashioned circus tent. Tent-pole is essentially one of the poles that keeps the tent up. And Overwatch is one of those because it's one of their biggest franchises. So obviously they want to make money with that. The thing is though, how are they going to make money and what games are they going to give us? Well, we've got more comments here from J. Allen Brack, and yeah, some of these are quite interesting. Okay, so let's get stuck into this. Now, this is from the earnings call. I don't have a recording of this, but I'll read it off to you guys. So what happens is if you're an investor in Activision Blizzard, so you own a certain quantity of stocks and shares, you can ask questions during these calls. Not it isn't any average joke and be like, okay, I've bought 10 Blizzard shares. I'm going to go in the call and go, oi, where's Overwatch 2? Tell me all your secrets. They're not going to allow you to do that. But if you're a considerable shareholder, then you can ask questions. And of course, because this is public, well, the answers Blizzard give are kind of a bit cryptic, but you can learn from it. So check this out. So, as a reminder, we have had key long-term strategic growth drivers We have 4 key long... Hang on, let me start that again. I'm an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, reading the quote and getting it completely wrong, standard. As a reminder, we have 4 key long-term strategic growth drivers. First, a strong cadence of major content releases where we meet the growing demand of the industry's gaming communities and release our high-quality content more frequently. Second, robust live operations where we make sure we deliver great content, services, features, and events to continuously engage our communities and drive in-game revenue. Third, extending our franchises to mobile where we build on our existing mobile leadership and extend our acclaimed console and PC franchises to the largest and fastest growing platform. And fourth, and finally, expand the reach, engagement, and monetization of our franchises as we build on early success in esports, in-game advertising, and consumer initiatives. So that there is very clear to me. That is the head of Blizzard essentially saying we will continue to make expansions for World of Warcraft. We will, though, however, look at moving our main franchises, so this is WoW, this is Overwatch, this is potentially StarCraft as well, to the mobile space because we can make more money there. Also, we're going to look at monetization of these franchises, probably on mobile again, because we can make more money there. Now, what you've got to remember with these calls is they're designed to make the investors feel happy. Investors are often seen as like faceless monsters that just want money. And in a way, they kind of are, right? They just want their investment to keep getting larger, keep getting better, and they want more money. And this is the way it tends to go. And it's a little bit sad reading through this because it's like, well, Blizzard are not saying here, well, yeah, we're just going to keep making new, awesome, like, PC and console games. We're going to make mobile games, but we know that because of what happened at BlizzCon last year with Diablo Immortal. Anyway, there's more comments. So on major content, games as a live service, mobile gaming, advertising, and esports, this is what was said. Great, thanks. Just want to follow up on the comments on free-to-play. So this is a question being asked by one of the investors. And given the success in the market for free-to-play titles such as Battle Royale, I wonder if you could provide a little more of an update on the company's strategy to take advantage of these trends. That was from Collister Johnson. Okay, sure. This is Cody. Thanks, Colin. No specific update. So this is obviously a different person in the call, but from Blizzard. No specific update today. But I think you're right to ask how we think about the broader context of it. As you highlighted, there's a lot of dynamic growth happening in the industry today. I think it's first worth stepping back and talking about broadly how we see that growth because it speaks to why we reposition the company that we have. But we see real growth taking place in in-game revenues, in mobile, in Asia, in free-to-play, and in esports. So what does that say to you guys? Well, to me, that says you send your big games free to play. So this is like more fuel to the fire of like, well, Overwatch is probably going to go free to play, or at least the multiplayer section of Overwatch, which then does open the floodgates of, well, hang on, maybe they'll make a single player Overwatch game. Maybe they'll make an Overwatch game as a live service type looter shooter. Now, maybe like Anthem, right? I mean, or like a Destiny. Hello, they worked with Bungie for a pretty long time trying to get their FPS stuff ready for Overwatch. I mean, Bungie was part of Activision. It's not anymore, but it was. So there's going to be some crossover there. So maybe Blizzard are like probably, well, I say probably, but maybe they're going to go down that route with Overwatch. I mean, these are just wild ideas. But the problem is I see with these comments is they talk about real growth, and where growth is happening is in mobile gaming, in-game microtransactions in said mobile games, and in Asia. And it's like, well, is that really a core PC gaming title? I mean, not if you say that, you know, or are Blizzard a company that want to keep developing those type of games? I mean, we don't know. Okay, there's actually more stuff. So this is pretty interesting. So, hey guys, thanks for taking my question and congrats on a strong Q1. Good start of the year. I guess I was just hopeful that you could provide some additional color or maybe a little bit more visibility within your Blizzard pipeline. Thank you. Now, this is good, right? Because this is one of the investors going, oi, what are you doing? And these are the sort of questions I'd ask. And of course, you're not going to get, well, actually, okay, we're working on Overwatch 2. We've got this game, that game, and this game, and they'll be launched on these dates. Okay, you don't get that detail. But you get J. Allen Brack, and this is what he says. Hi, this is Jay. Thanks for the question. This is an important topic for everyone, and it's super important to me personally. I said consistently that the Blizzard pipeline is larger and richer than ever before. It includes PC and console releases. It includes ongoing content for World of Warcraft, for Overwatch, for Hearthstone, and a couple of mobile initiatives. It's crucial that all these products meet the Blizzard quality we're known for. We want to give the teams the space to really create excellence and release games to a better and more consistent kind of basis. So after all of this, right, what we've got here is an earnings call where Blizzard, okay, have made a load more money again. This is always the way. They say they are going to massively develop the Overwatch universe. It's got very, very large, I mean, these are their words, very large and ambitious plans for the Overwatch universe. Now, what does that mean for us as Overwatch players? Does it mean we get Overwatch 2? Honestly, I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think we get Overwatch 2 is because I think Blizzard they've already learned that lesson, and they learned that lesson with Overwatch in a funny way, because if you guys remember Titan, this was the game that was supposed to replace World of Warcraft, or at least take the World of Warcraft formula to the next level. This was the FPS MMO game, which eventually became Overwatch, or the remnants of that became Overwatch. Now, at that time, they realized, hang on, we can't cannibalize our other game, because that's what's happening here. We are literally making a different version of an MMO, and at the time, MMOs were hot. World of Warcraft was the biggest game going. We're literally going to take away our own audience. This is kind of crazy. So they stopped doing that. And this would be the same situation if they were like, okay, we're going to launch Overwatch 2. It doesn't really make any sense, right? Overwatch, I think, is just always going to be Overwatch. Much like World of Warcraft, it's just World of Warcraft. Yes, you get expansions for WoW. Yes, I really would like to see expansions for Overwatch. What Blizzard decide to do with that, I mean, that's up to Blizzard, right? We've got, you could go down the path of a single player campaign. Jeff has said before in the past, this would essentially be like building a new game, loads of single player content. Is that something Blizzard would make right now? I don't know, because based off this earnings call, well, they kind of want games as a service. So this means ongoing games that are like endlessly replayable. And what games have Blizzard got? I mean, they've got Diablo. They've worked with Bungie. So it's not really that much of a stretch of the imagination to see maybe a Overwatch looter shooter style game, you know, taking hints from Diablo, but it's FPS, and this is like a spin-off title, and that's what we get on PC. I obviously want to see PC and console titles. I don't want mobile games. I honestly don't care about mobile games. Maybe I don't care about them because there isn't any good mobile games out, but I literally don't care about mobile games. I never play them on my phone. I want to play good core games, not terrible mobile games. I don't care about those. Now, obviously, we might see something like, you know, when you look at World of Warcraft, you've got the like the armory viewer, and you can do like your daily like your pet quests or whatever the hell it is in World of Warcraft from your app. That's kind of cool. That kind of really wouldn't work for Overwatch because there really isn't anything to do with that. So maybe it could be a different game. Maybe it could be like an Overwatch strategy game. Maybe that's mobile based. I don't know. The fact is, Blizzard are saying that they have got a massive Overwatch universe, and it's something they want to add to. I mean, sometimes it does make me laugh a little bit when I look at the lore of Overwatch, and I think, well, you know, we don't really have that much lore, really. I mean, well, we do, but it's all over the place, and it's really weird. The stories are not really connected, and it's a bit of a mess. It's very difficult to follow what's going on. I mean, if you look at recently at the Storm Rising event, they put out a teaser. Well, not a teaser. They put out a video clip on Twitter after the event, during the event, where Maximilian is basically telling us where Doomfist is. Doomfist is in Singapore. And then it took Michael Chu to come out on Twitter to go, oh yeah, actually guys, you remember the anime trailer that we had for Doomfist launch the other year? Oh yeah, that's Singapore. So this is what Maximilian's talking about. But it's like, what the hell? It's not even like, you know, this is something that came out a year ago, but it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this new thing we've got now, actually, it's all messy, right? It's really, really messy. So what they decide to do with it, who knows? What I want to know though, guys, is what do you think about this in the comments below? You know, Overwatch on mobile, what do you think? You know, maybe we get a Switch version of Overwatch. Would that even be playable? I don't know. Maybe we get different types of games. I think this idea of like an Anthem-style looter-shooter thing might be funky. Like a third-person shooter could be something that would work as an Overwatch spin-off game. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember, subscribe to the channel and you'll get more awesome coverage, especially on Overwatch, because the game is beautiful. And you guys know I love the game and all that good stuff. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, which is @Stylosa. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.